So, and I should say, this is not anything kind of advanced. I'm just learning myself, and we will see how this is going to work when the pump is finally set. I'm Finland, Volkswagen Caravelle Synchro.
I am Sami and I want to be overlander. This is my ego. Hello from Wanna Be Overlander YouTube channel and welcome back to rebuild my T4 AAB 2.4 liter diesel engine. And we previous episode installed the engine to the car, and now we are continuing putting some accessory parts back to the engine. So, and I have a power steer pump here, which I installed already in the previous episode, but now we are going to put the pulley back here. Yeah, all in 20 newtons. Yeah, if you fit the fuel pump, you could not anymore tightening those glow plugs to the specific torque. But the reason why I don't tightening these earlier is I'm able to rotate the engine easy without having compression in the engine. Already here, when the vacuum pump is on the place, you're not able to use the torque wrench anymore. I'm going to tightening this too, so then I can fit the diesel pump here. 22 newtons. It's really not tight anything, but they really say only 22 newtons. And here in the lower mount have this kind of tapered fitting. I'm not sure how I could install this here. Yeah, it could go in. Nice. You can tap it all the way, but when the pump comes, it pushes back to that and centerize that. Actually, I'm not very sure which bolt should install. There is one Allen key bolt, and another bolts are regular ones. And I need to also find the correct orientation of this pump. There is a old marks in the metal plate, but I don't know how I could see those. Treat lock, and there is only one Allen key bolt, and I think it should go here in the rear because it's easier to install. So the bolt torques are 25 newtons. Yeah, that's it. Now the fuel pump is fitted, and the fuel pump sprocket, we need to use this piece which comes to this slot. Yeah, and then it slots to the place. And this is 50 newtons in 2.4 liter engines. So say my book. And we can use this locking device here. Yeah, 50 newtons, it's not so much actually. We put this pulley here and not tightening this yet. Yeah, it is on the place. And the tension, you should able to turn this belt. I think it was 90 degrees between your fin. Turn it half turn, so you're able to timing this. Yeah, my fuel pump was in this position, in these marks aligned about when the top dead center is on the place. So this bolt should be in this hole. Made in USSR, meter scale indicator, what you could call it. And I make some kind of bolt here where I drill the hole so I could fit this and read this dial. I have a wrong treat here, but I'm just gently turned it in the hole so it stays on the place when I start to timing. By turning the end of this fuel pump, we should be able to see the bottom dead center of the pump. Now the scale is set, and then we start to read from the book. Now we are in the bottom dead center. I need to turn this pump anti-clockwise to get the 1 millimeter reading. So I think it's in here. Then we need to tightening the camshaft sprocket. Marks are, I think they are way beyond
where they should be, I think so. Perhaps I make something wrong. I'm going to turn bit engine and check something. So I need to recheck this. Do I make something wrong? Because this is way out of the marks where it was before. I have this hole on this place, but now it is here. Yeah, I slept overnight and thinking about figuring out this fuel pump timing, because the instruction manual say turn it anti-clockwise and view from rear. So the rear should be this way, not the rear of the bump. I think this is the rear of the bump and this is the front of the bump. But the front of the engine is the cylinder one end, so this should be the view from the rear. So anti-clockwise is this way, rotating, timing the pump. But one more thing I want to check is the align of the belt, because the pump and the bracket was off from the vehicle. So I'm looking here, and with the feeler gauge, this side is perhaps 0.5 millimeter, and I cannot get this gauge to this upper cap. So I'm going to turn a little bit pump bracket, get these sprockets to align. Perhaps I need to lose all 3 bolts, but then 2 bolts loosen. Is it possible to turn a bit more? Just need to, I have this feeler gauge now snug in the both ends, but now it's much closer than before. Cap is wider, but it's about straight now. There is this flange in the both sprockets, so the belt could not slip, but I think it's better, it's so aligned as possible. Now I could fit the belt back on and make the adjusting. So this mark is where you need to start to find the position for the bottom dead center. So it's in here. As you see, it starts to rising, and bottom dead center is actually here. It's not get lower if I turn it a little bit more. So we start from reading from here and turn exactly 1 round, so it's a 1 millimeter rise here, and we should tightening now the sprocket, and if I take my hand off, because there is a tension, it drops in the 0, so it's a 1 millimeter round. Now we should tightening the upper bolt just a bit first. Top dead center TDC mark is still on. Then the sprocket to 100 Newton, and this is tricky because we should not turn the pump. Yeah, we just slip it only tiny bit to 0.02 of millimeters. 2 complete rounds for the engine. Fuel pump makes a noise. This is the first round. Second round. And this point we should not turn over. The first mark is coming, we are closing. TDC is on there. Yeah, and they say 86 actually. 86. So we are 14 away. And the second phase is we loosen this bolt again. We repeat the procedure, and this time we should again found this dead center. It's in here, and I'm zero this gauge. My mounting is not very perfect, but if we get the readings, that's enough. So this is the bottom dead center. The book says now turn one complete turn, so 1 millimeter plus that discrepancy. I don't know that word. It was 86. One turn, 1 millimeter, and then 0.86. It was here. Clocking that upper nut, snap the bolt. Then tightening the bolt without disturbing fuel pump. It's very difficult. Yeah, we managed to do that. Check the flywheel, TDC mark is still on. The pump timing should be now fine, but we need to make some kind of a recheck. Now I'm going to turn the engine 2 complete turns and the reading should be 1. I don't know why it changed, but it is the manual say. One turn. Now it's a dead center. This is dead center, bottom dead center. 1 and 2 turn. Bottom dead center. Bottom dead center, and now we start to getting to that position where we start to get the reading. When I get the TDC mark, they should have a 1. So this is the TDC mark, and now the reading is this very confusing. So I know now where the problem is. Here is talking about this discrepancy which you're getting because of the tension of the belt, timing belt. So when you turn the pump, you can get the slack of the timing belt and get some kind of reading here. But you don't take this reading, you take that discrepancy. So, and this instruction says here, when you check it the second time with this discrepancy, you add the whole amount. This is a very confusing what they sign here. This is a very wrong number. You should get the 1 millimeter plus this 0.6 millimeter. Then you get that advance, but now you have advance a lot of more. So that's the reason why the numbers not match. So I should do that procedure once again, and this time I hope it goes right, because I'm actually learning this. I don't never do this myself before. I want to learn this. So, and I should say this is not anything kind of advanced. I'm just learning myself, and we will see how this is going to work when the pump is finally set and the engine is complete. In this episode I could not start the engine, perhaps, I don't know yet, but now we should turn this gauge, dial test gauge, 1 complete round like this, and then snag the upper bolt and then put it on the 100 Newton, 2 things same time. Turn 2 complete turns and we could see how much we have a torsion from the belt. This is one turn. We are getting there. Now I need to start to looking the timing marks when we start to getting there. Yeah, not far. Yeah, now we are on the TDC mark, 0.04 reading. I'm going to lose the upper sprocket once again, and then we add this 0.4 millimeter to the gauge. First losing this sprocket. Turn this nut back to 0. It should go to 0 exactly, like this. But there is a marginal for the mistake 0.2, so I think we are in this marginal. So now I should turn 1.04, and then we should have, it goes so fast, so it should be here. This reading changes always a bit because just you touch the belt, it turns 2 rounds, and we will see what the reading is. So let's go. One. 1.5, and we approaching to start from 0, and if I turn it to the 0, actually we are right now on the upper dead center. We in the marginal now, 0.02 timing mark marginal. So this should be fine. It's not go to 0, but I should have a bit more advance. 0.98 millimeter advance. It should be fine. I could put the 0.6. I could try that because I know now how to do it. I could try that. Let's check it again. I'm not filming anymore, but so that's it for the timing. Now I get exactly 1 millimeter reading here when I turn 2 complete rounds from the engine, and we are in top dead center. So, and I show you something about here. As you see this hole where it be, so it's nearly of the factory reading. It's just a tiny bit of offset, and this is the picture of timing from the same place when we last time set the timing. I'm not sure do you possible see, but I think we are quite similar of that. It depends the angle, I cannot filming it, but I think that's it for the timing. So let's proceed to next stage. And one more thing I want to show you how much this changed. You just grab the timing belt from the pump, and the reading is changed. So first of all, you turn this belt for this cast iron bracket slots, then turn the pump clockwise, so you get the meter to the bottom dead center and find that spot, and zero the gauge, then rotate this way so it starts to rising, and you turn here the 1 millimeter reading. Then rotate the engine 2 complete turns and then check the reading. And because of the tension of the belt, there is a little bit difference. Then you adjust that difference to the 1 millimeter reading, and then readjust the pump 1 millimeter plus that difference, and then tightening the bolts and turn 2 complete turns, and you should get the 0 reading. It's quite simple if you understand that. I think so, but we will see that. I'm not guarantee anything. We will see that later. So I should show you what kind of tools I use for the timing that fuel pump. This is my dial gauge, and I didn't find the suitable bolt with the correct thread. This is just the M8 thread. I just turn it with the finger tight there because it's a wrong thread, but I get it on the place. It's have a little bit slack there. And then I drill the hole here first, of course, not in the pump. The hole, so I could get the pin on the hole. Then I just put this gauge to this bolt and it holds there, and then this rod on the place, and this is how I get the readings. This is old, made in USSR, so this is the Soviet Union time dial gauge. So this was what I used, and I hope the timing is fine. Fit the timing belt end parts back. I think this sticker I should take off. I think it's gonna fly off here and can have troubles here. So let's fit these plates. I think there is a checking hole for this, so I think this should go in something like this. If you use flanger bolt, it's much easier. You can install this with the socket, but just the regular hexagon head bolt, it goes too deep in the socket. Then put this belt cover on. Yeah, it snaps on. And it could go only one way in. Yeah, it's on this way. I'm not going to use the diamond washer because it is not for this. This one is some kind of halfway model. The damper and the belt are a newer version, but the crankshaft is pre-95. We just need to make sure we're tightening anything correctly. Now I'm not going to take off this anymore. I hope so. Next 100,000 kilometers. I have 20 newtons now here. This one, it's not makes engine rotate yet. The Allen key bolts have always the problem if you don't put them all the way in. You're going to lose the head. Then I'm going to angle tight them a bit more like this. I think it's, if we get the pressure, then it's not turn. Yeah. So let's see how I can manage to tightening this damper bolt. I'm going to use blue thread lock for this pre-February 95 torque is 460 newtons. I'm not able to torque this so tight because I don't have a tool. I have this one torque wrench which is able to torque to 350 newtons, and I'm going to see what happens with that tool. Yeah, and now I'm going to use this one, hold it on the place, and I think I'm going to put it in the behind the wishbone arm. I think now it's going to hold there. Now it's a real thing. It's very much torque. Now we are somewhere 240. I want to see this torque wrench work. Yeah, it's working here. Could I get the 345? So much so I cannot tighten it. Now we are 345. The problem is with the stationary bolt.
I'm going to bit more. I think now we are tight enough. I use a lot of force for tightening it, and it should be hold on the place now. This is all what I can do for this bolt. It's 12.9 grade bolt, and I hope it's going to hold and I don't never lose the damper. So I used this kind of amp tools, C2034 timing tool, Volkswagen 2.4 and 2.5 liter engines, and this was for the timing belt tensioner, and this I didn't use these filler gauges because I fit here one piece of sheet metal, correct thickness, get able to hold the camshaft on the place exactly center without these filler gauges. And this one is for the timing fuel pump sprocket to get the starting position. This I didn't use. I think this might be for the flywheel, but you need to open one place to get the access, and I don't know, do you need that? Here is no anything tools for the fuel pump timing actually. You need the dial gauge to fit that pump, so here is no any adapter for that, so you need to figure out that yourself. And this tool I did use to locking this damper for tightening the bolt. So this set, definitely you need this, but it's not very high quality product.
Thank you for watching, and see you in next episode.
It runs, but there is a lot of air in the fuel line, so that's why. Yeah, but now it starts to take the gas already.